Well, good evening, everyone. It is Monday, and I believe it's October the 7th. Yes, it is. And we are absolutely so excited to bring to you tonight a special guest and, of course, a great presenter. We welcome everyone and thank you for taking some time out of your day. I am actually Carol Roberts from Edmonton, Alberta, and it has been my pleasure to be a part of this just for a short time, but it absolutely feels like home. Amazing people, amazing speakers, and so many amazing products that Ricia Adair, our host for tonight, is going to so graciously present to you. 27 years in this industry with a marketing background, which really shines through in her presentations and all of her training, but also number 7 power ranker in all of Canada and a senior officer with partner.co. I'm going to just turn it over to you, Ricia, and let's have a great call tonight.
Thank you so much, Carol Roberts. It's always a pleasure to work with you, and thank you for managing the room. You've done a great job, and we really appreciate you welcoming our beautiful guest tonight. Ricia Adair dialing into you from beautiful Manzanillo, Mexico. My husband and I decided to move here on a very rainy day last October 17th. And how do I remember that? Well, it was my 70th birthday. And as we waited in the torrential rains for a realtor to show up 45 minutes late, we decided this was our new home. And this is where we're going to hang our hat for the rest of our lives, we hope, in God we trust. So we call it Casa 700 Mangoes, and you're going to have to come to Manzanillo to hear the funny story connected to the cute name that we have for this beautiful villa. And we have 2 rental villas, and we also live in the upper 2 floors. And we bought this property because we thought this is our dream. Most everyone, well, not, I shouldn't say that. Many of us have a dream of living in the tropics, retiring, say goodbye to winters forever. And Manzanillo is the most beautiful place with the gorgeous beaches. And we did what you're not supposed to do. We bought house rich, cash poor. So when we came into this country and this house, we hadn't realized that it was unoccupied for the last 5-6 months and how much deterioration can actually happen to a home in the tropics. And we encountered the little nest egg that we had just get sucked dry out of our hand. And we had a parade of tradespeople that were coming and going for the following 6 weeks as we were hustling to get the property ready for the upcoming season. My friend Layla is on the call with me tonight. She actually helped me unload the semi-trailer truck and move in, and she was with me setting up everything and doing everything, and it was a lot of fun to have her help. But I'll tell you, the big benefit out of that whole thing is I learned every construction word in Spanish. I even know the word for a screw, tornillo. So as we go forward, it's something about 60 something and having to like desserts that created this incredible weight on my body. And I had given up a lot of things. I've given up cigarettes, I've given up alcohol, but I couldn't give up the sugar. So I got heavier and heavier. And when the call came in April from Chris and Joni Budd and told me about these drops that will balance my hormones and help me lose weight, I was all over it. I thought, I'm tired of being heavy. No matter how much I walk the beach with my dog, swim the ocean, go up and down the stairs, I wasn't losing it. So I really wanted to try something that was going to help me. And I'm so forever grateful because these drops here have significantly changed my life in so many different ways. So as we go forward, you've noticed, as Carol introduced me, that I've ranked number 7 in Canada. So we went from being very broke in April. As I mentioned to you, there was a lot of repairs to do in this property, to, I'm going to say, financially affluent. And I'm so grateful because I'm back to dreaming again. I'm thinking about that African safari on the Serengeti Plains. I'm thinking about the European river cruise. There's so many dreams that are coming back onto the manifestation poster. And for PartnerCo, I'm super happy. Today, we're going to share with you a story, starting with these 2 guys, Darren Zobrist and John Wadsworth. They're 2 individuals. Carol, if you don't mind between the lines, please. Thank you. These 2 individuals had a vision, had a dream, and they rescued a few companies that had stellar products out of the COVID trouble, so to speak. And they brought all these companies together a year and a half ago and called it PartnerCo. They recently won the Founding Team of the Year. This company has won so many awards for a young company that's only a year and a half old, but with products that have been on the marketplace for a long time and very proven. Our slogan is simply better together. In the last 5 months, I've learned a lot about hormonal health, and I had no idea that these symptoms, so many of them, come right back to the imbalance of our hormones. And when I looked at this, I could easily tick off 5. And I'm going to invite you to look at these circles and wonder, how many are you ticking off? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Most people will tick off at least 3 to 5 of situations that are affecting their health today, unless you're 12. And I don't think we have any 12-year-olds in the crowd tonight. So the over 100 products that came together from these 5 companies that Darren and John purchased include the best of the best, because they had a strict regime, and that included doctor-created, science-backed, that had to have clean ingredients, throw in an international presence with an international infrastructure and international clientele, and you've got the perfect fit. So we've got products including ones that will balance your hormones. We're going to be talking about the drops, healthy weight loss, certainly increased energy. We have many athletes that love our products in our athletic performance line. We have stress support, energy drinks, immunity, health building systems, reduced inflammations, nutrition. There's so many products that we have, and I'm super grateful for every one of them. First, I want to brag a little bit about Dr. Ray Strand. He is our Chief Medical Officer. He's a world-renowned author. He's well known for his science contributions, and he oversees over 1,040 annual quality tests, along with Dr. Pina and Dr. Brett West. There's over 250 plus peer-reviewed published clinical studies. Dr. Crystal Vance, we'll hear about her very soon. She's on our Wellness Council. Kristen White, an athlete, on our Athletic Council, and Dr. Brett West, who is one of the, I'm going to say, the foremost expert on the noni fruit that we'll hear about again soon. Living in Mexico, this slide had a lot of appeal to me. We have global presence in 59 countries. What does that mean for you? It's a completely transparent global opportunity, should you choose to earn an extra income as a side gig, so to speak. And how easy does this work? Well, let's say that you're in United States in Florida. Florida's in the house with us tonight. And somebody sees a post that you did on Facebook, because you learned our system of growth. You see all these testimonials of so many happy people that have enjoying our products and having great transformations. So you're posting on a regular basis, and somebody in Italy sees your post. They inquire, you check on the Italian flag on your website. Indeed, the drops are available in Italy. You send them a link. They click on your link. The European office sends them their product, and a week Friday, you get paid for your commission. That's how transparent and so how simple it is. We have fulfillment centers all over the world. For Mexico and Latin America, we have Mexico City. I get my product here in Manzanillo in about 3 days. Our websites are all multilingual. Guys, it's the best that I've ever seen in an international opportunity. Just touching on some of the product lines that we have the Skincerity mask, which is a youth rejuvenating mask. It's wonderful. It's been on the market for years. The Noni collagen product, I drink this every morning so I can have skin like that beautiful model. And I want to talk about the Tahitian Noni. I personally enjoy the Max because it has extra olive leaf in it, and as well as cherry, very specific cherry from Europe. The noni is the most efficacious fruit on earth. It has over 256 plus phytonutrients. And what does that mean to your systems? There's every system in your body that will benefit from this highly efficacious drink. As far as your heart health, your respiratory health, your muscular health, your brain health, the noni is the product for you. And I encourage you to try the product, to learn more about it. I love it. I absolutely love it. Our Nutrify nutrition line, our vitamin line, is the best of the best. There's a lot of science, so much science behind this product. I personally believe our probiotics are the best in the world. Our Omega Q, all of them are so good. The Vinali is often taken by people with allergies, but it also is great for your skin, hair, and nails. The MOA, I want to talk a little about. That's actually a sachet with a liquid containing 36 superfoods, including some very expensive mushrooms and berries. And when I first started, my friend recently, he said to me, if you want to look after the achies in your fingers and toes, you want to take the MOA. Well, after a month and a half of being on the MOA, I realized I was walking the dog and had no more achies. And now Rusty and I walk the beach for a long time, and I feel like I'm 30 years old again. So all in all, I've believed that I've truly found the fountain of youth in so many of our products. Recently reduced or introduced at our convention is the Sugar Stop. Imagine indulging in that piece of pie and not having it affect your blood sugar. So when we go into talking about the drops, a lot of people enjoy the drops so they can actually enjoy weight loss. But occasionally you're going to want that piece of birthday cake, maybe cream in your coffee, something like that. So the Sugar Stop is for the occasional cheat, so it won't affect your program and you can continue on your weight loss plans. The Slenderies line, I love. The Pure Nourish is part of my daily regime. It's a protein shake made out of vegetable protein. There's no whey or soy that could introduce allergies. It's filled with probiotics, prebiotics, and it is a full meal replacement. I also add the Giving Greens into my shake, and that's got a lot of efficacious greens in there, as well as the acai berry, other berries that are very, very good for you as well. And the cocoa, we all know the benefits of 100% chocolate. And there's our drops, but I'm going to hold you in suspense while I first talk to you about Fountain of Youth in a box that I call Renew. The Renew is a patent pending product by our own labs that helps combat the natural aging process to promote your youth and vitality. It teaches the body to create its own pathways to create HGH, human growth hormones. So what does that really mean to you? Well, it helps in the reduction of cortisol production. So you're going to get into a deep REM sleep and you'll sleep the best that you've ever slept. You take that little sachet, it's a powder, you put it into a half glass of water and you drink it before bedtime, and you'll notice that you're sleeping like a baby all the way through the night. Also, too, when you reduce the cortisol production, it's that much easier to lose weight. And when you combine it with the drops, you're going to see your weight loss come on so much quicker. Let's talk about these two magic bottles. Wow, oh wow. I've never seen anything like this product in my life. The drops are natural, they're homeopathic, safe and effective, stimulant and hormone-free. You will drop twice the waste as diet alone. It's been on the market for 12 years with well over 1 million bottles sold. We have thousands of testimonies of people. Here's me fat, here's me not fat, here's me overweight, here's me in size 8. We have so many happy people, so many pictures, and it's a lot more than just weight loss. There's so many things about these drops. Let's touch on a few. It helps curb hunger and control your appetite. So when you're partially through your meal, compared to your normal plate that we used to have, your stomach actually sends a signal to your brain to say you're full, stop eating. And we all know our stomach is our second brain. This to me is so important. It eliminates sugar cravings. And that was the one addiction that I couldn't get past until I got on the drops. And I'm going to brag because I didn't even have to have willpower last night. Barb and Brad came for dinner, and it was kind of fun because our electrician actually came at the same time and he started playing around with our electricity here. And next thing we're in the dark as I have a dinner party about to happen. So I got to light all my candles and made it look pretty fun. And Barb brought with her homemade chocolate peanut butter ice cream. And you know what? I didn't want it. Everyone was saying how good it was. And I had my little bowl of blueberries with slivered almonds for my dessert. And I was so happy. I didn't feel like that craving that I needed to have that ice cream. It helps balance your hormones, including insulin, ghrelin, leptin, and cortisol. It certainly increases your energy. So guess what? You're going to feel a lot younger. It helps you stay motivated, certainly stimulates your metabolism, and helps with stress and stabilizing your mood so you don't overeat. And that's one of the things that so many people tell me in stressful situations, you're going to see your mood coast along. There's ashwagandha as an ingredient in our products, and that's one of the things that will keep your mood happy. And in today's crazy world, we all need more happy. Scientifically proven to support your thyroid, maintain healthy blood sugar levels, help brain clarity, memory improvements. Everyone tells me in the first 3 days, they experience no more brain fog. They have clarity. It's easy to see through their focus and their tasks. You lose weight in your entire body. The brand name is Slender Reese Body Balancing Drops. Some of us call it the Skinny Drops, and I call it my Magic Drops. So along with your drops program, you're going to enjoy this approved food list that was created by a diabetic specialist that she gave her patients to get them well again. You have a choice of several proteins, both animal-based and plant-based, the healthy fats. I'm super happy because I love avocado, walnuts, almonds. There's many fruits that you can enjoy, all kinds of vegetables. You will not go hungry on this program because we want to teach you a lifestyle. This is not a fad. This is not a diet. People ask me, well, what happens when I reach my goal weight and go off the drops? Well, if you stay with clean eating, you keep with your exercise program and drink your water, your weight will not come back. It's what we put into our mouths in the first place that got us into trouble. Exercise 15 to 30 minutes a day, drink your water, and you're going to enjoy Jane Storch. I just spoke to her, and she's now at 31 pounds. She's so ecstatic. I said, come on, I need a new picture. Send me a new picture. But look at this woman after 6 weeks. What an amazing transformation for her. Alan, the picture on the right looks like a younger version of himself. Look at Ashley from 177 to 135. And don't people look younger when they lose weight? Dr. Crystal Vance on her Wellness Council, she lost more weight than she actually weighs now. 4 to 5 years ago, she lost 162 pounds and she's kept it off. And yet all her life, she struggled with weight gain. Now I'm going to be a little brave by flaunting myself in spandex in front of you on the World Wide Web. But here we go. April 23rd, these pictures were taken before my drops even arrived. In fact, they arrived later that afternoon. In just a short 13 days, look at the transition that happened in this woman's body. Wow, I just saw myself melting right in front of me. It's the easiest thing I've ever done. I'm very happy, and I'm certainly feeling a lot better because the achies are going. I'm sleeping better. But in the top right, you can see around my bra line, my hips, and my waist, as compared to the picture on the bottom. What a difference in feeling that I had. And that was only the beginning. Little did I know how great it would be getting. So I went from fat to sexy in 3 months. Can you imagine, from size 16 to size 8 in 3 months? I feel like I have my mojo back. My husband was in Canada for 4 months while I started this program. He came back to the girl on the right. He was like, okay, who are you and what'd you do with my wife? So, I'm just really enjoying the new me. As so many, Tracy, we call her our bikini queen. And we've got Terry here, 35 pounds, Justina. So many of these pictures are only in a couple of months. It doesn't take a long time. Athletes love our drops too, because they have hormones that go into a circus ring as well. Katie experienced this transition in just 30 days. What a triumph for this young lady. Ashley and Reese, good friends of mine. Ashley celebrates that she no longer has sweats, those hot flashes, those anxieties, all those things that come with menopausal changes. Reese, to prove his wife that she was taking something like snake oil, he said, okay, I'm going to stick with my Dr. Pepper and eat my bag of Oreos. And in that process, he didn't want his Dr. Pepper, kicked off the Oreos and lost 65 pounds. A year and a half, they've been to several countries, compliments of the Career with Partner Co. And they're also number 31 in the entire continent as far as power rankings go. So miracles, I just want to stretch this out, that miracles, as it did for me, can happen for you in very, very short order with our company. James, wow, look at how handsome he is in his suit. James Laponce, again, he looks so much younger, 47 pounds in 4 months. And now we're going to come live with our testimonials. I'm so excited to have our guests come forward. Do we have Stephanie Wilson in the house with us tonight? Stephanie,
Hi,
are you here?
I'm here.
Oh my God, here you are, Stephanie. Hello, hello. Thank you for joining us all the way from Chipley, Florida.
Yeah, because we're close to Panama City Beach. So that's where we tell everybody, because nobody knows where Chipley is.
Okay, all right, excellent. So tell us your story. How did you get started? Was it Ursula that introduced you? How did you get started? And tell us your whole journey.
Ursula. Okay. I got started up underneath Robin Perron, the lady you just showed in the bathing suit.
Yes.
She's from Yep, she's from Vernon, and I saw her posting on social media on Facebook, and I was a teacher, and I was like, you know what? I like sitting by the swimming pool all summer, and I'm a shopaholic, so I'm going to do this for extra side money, for a side hustle, for fun money, shopping money, and it turned into a full-time, I say job. It's my job, but I'm having the best time. They tried to put me in a classroom that I didn't want to go in. So I told my husband, I said, if I can make a car payment, I'm not going back to work.
Excellent. Wow. Wow. Thank you. That's so awesome. Now tell us about your experience with the products.
So I take a lot of products, but of course, once you get in, you kind of experience, oh yeah, they said living that bougie life.
Right.
That's right. Right up to the beach, the swimming pool, the lake. I shop and sell or share drops, but the three main ones that I will never go without is going to be the drops, the Renew, and the MOA. That's the ones that I'm totally obsessed with. But of course, I totally do Vanali and other. I've lost 12 pounds, 2 pant sizes, and this December I've had a hysterectomy for 2 years. So I don't take any hormone shots, or I'm not on an estrogen patch. So I'm totally obsessed with these drops. They go everywhere I go. And when I had to come off of them, I had an electric surgery. And when I had to come off of them, I was grouchy. I was ill. I wanted to eat the side of the house, everything in the house. So yeah, no, I'm not going without these drops. They go where I go.
Fabulous. Wow. So glad to hear it. And tell us a bit about Renew.
Oh, Renew is just, oh gosh. Now I feel like I'm ADHD. I chase squirrels everywhere. So I do have to take my Renew a little earlier. I take it about 2 hours before I go to bed, but I stay up late, and I don't know. I feel like it helps me better to focus and to sleep. And so I try to take mine about 2 hours before I go to bed.
And what do you experience with the product?
Oh gosh, I don't know. I have so much more energy, but I mean, yes, it does put me to sleep, but when I wake up, I feel more
Refreshed.
Yeah, like refreshed,
awake.
like awake. And I don't
Your
know. I just, what did he say?
Your husband has some awesome results.
Oh yes. Now Jimmy takes the MOA, and he's had awesome results with the MOA. He doesn't have to go and see a dermatologist anymore because he has psoriasis up and down his legs, and he used to get shots nonstop, but the MOA has totally cleared up his psoriasis.
Wow. I never would have thought about that.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much. So you talked about your success with the company, that you've left your teaching. Is that based on the system of growth?
It is totally using boards, using our text scripts, our messages, signing others up, building, your business, and just working this business nonstop. Me and Ursula mostly do it together. We hold our meetings. We're at a meeting tonight in Shipley, and we run this together, and we're up at nighttime running ideas off of each other. So definitely it's fun having a running buddy.
Wow. Thank you so much for your testimonial. Ursula, we're going to come back to you. Thank you so much. What a wonderful testimonial, and give your husband our regards. I'm so glad that he's having such great success with the products.
I will send you his picture of his legs.
Yes, please do. I'd appreciate that. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Now let's go forward. What a great testimony that was. My goodness, Stephanie, lives change in so many different ways. And when we reach out and talk to somebody for the first time, we have no idea how we're going to touch them. And this lady in particular is a very near and dear friend of mine. When I called her about 2.5 months ago, I didn't realize how, well, she was very sick. She was very, very sick at that time. And it was a rough state of affairs. And in just a 60-day transition, my God, look at how beautiful she is. She's getting better. She's on the well wagon. She's doing so well. And I want to introduce to you from Grand Prairie, Alberta, Miss Penny Toner, my dear friend. Unmute your mic, Penny.
There we go.
There
Thanks
we
for
go.
inviting me. I'm excited to tell my story. I was excited to share those pictures today because I had no idea how far I've come. I'm still not doing so well. I'm doing way better. And you forget that. you know, crazy. I'm like, I showed my mom, I'm like, she goes, I know. And that was a month ago. So let's just wait now. Um, I, um, I'm just recovering from 5 surgeries on my abdomen in under 6 years. I had colon cancer in the bottom right. Um, yeah, I should stand up. Anyways, it's hard for me to talk still. And cancer's been gone ever since, thank goodness. But when they took it out, they actually took it out through my abdomen and they didn't seal it. And I ended up in this part of my stomach having 14 hernias. And that area was more than half the size of a volleyball. So they pushed those back in. She said my stomach was like Swiss cheese, and I've not been the same since. I can't even eat. I had an apple 2 days ago, only 2/3, really sick the next day, almost like hungover. So I'm still battling. And so when they pushed that in, they put a mesh. My other operation, I had another hernia under there. He had to come in from the side, drill through my friggin' muscles and lift up that whole area, get the hernia out. And my last one, which was a year ago, last April, was just a minor hernia repair on my belly button, which has been operated on 3 times.
Wow.
So my body started turning into itself because I was laying funny and I was actually in bed for 2 years. And there was a period of time in there for 7 weeks completely in bed. For a while, I didn't know if it was day or night. I'm like, wow, that was, and then I had not infection at the end. And then after 2 weeks, I went, wow, that was a long week. And it was 2 weeks. So my muscles were all gone. My left foot turned in. My jaw didn't match. 2 years ago, I was in my backyard. I'm like, what's wrong with my teeth? But my whole face and in the inside, I'm working on it still. So anyways, I can't believe how good I feel from taking these drops. I've only lost 12 pounds, not been consistent on it. Got a little thing for Doritos still, but that's amazing. And my success is sort of the off the scale. You know, this energy is just incredible. I typically don't get up till like 11 or 12 because I'm like, what's the point? You know, you got to kill some hours. You don't feel good. And but last week I went out as a treat, got my eyebrows dyed, stopped, I got gas on the way, went to the nursery and got some dirt, went to the health food store and got some magnesium. And then I got home, it was 12:15. I went, wow. I just couldn't believe it. And so I did that for a few days and then I sort of got burnt out a bit. So, and then I start sort of cheating. I had a little bit of steak and then I think, you know, and so I am just so grateful. My brain fog is the biggest thing I've noticed. My mom actually, she asked me today, she goes, how's your brain? I said, much better. I walk into a room, I can think. But she was actually a few months ago, she goes, I'm really concerned about you. And I was too. Because I'm like, am I getting dementia? Am I getting, what's going on? I can't even think. And it's way better. I forget how better it is. My inflammation is gone on my face. What else do I want to say? I guess that's about it. And the financial opportunity for this, on October 11th, it'll be 5 years that I haven't worked due to health reasons. And I'm like a social worker, operations manager. I've done it all. And I love working. I'm on welfare right now. In Alberta, we get $890 a month. It's criminal. Luckily, I'm living with my mother, who's 86. I would literally be on the streets. So I've had a little bit of a slow start in getting my business going because I just do what I can. And the potential is there. And I can't even, I've worked with Ricia before. And this is just so fun and so simple. I'm not really good with the computers, but it's as simple as going to the slides. You click on one picture, you go to Facebook, you post it, go back, get the text, post it again, done. And we've got a fantastic boost group that we can post in and you just share it with them and we all help comment on each other and support each other. And if somebody has a question for you, what are these drops? You just simply go in there and you click on the little thing and it just sends that out. It's, yeah. I've been in other organizations before where it felt like I was pushing wet spaghetti. And this is just simple, fun, and the benefits in the lives that you can change by doing this are incredible. So I think that is it. Oh, and Renew. It really interesting because I've been without Renew for now 1 week. And I thought it was this really, really sound sleeper. And I'm just wake up and I'm like, and there's no problem at all. But the refreshing in the morning and the sleep that I was getting is crazy. And I can imagine what all those human growth hormones are doing to my poor body that's trying to just get better. So yeah.
Wow. Penny, I am so grateful. I'm so grateful that you're on the road to well again.
I'm grateful for you, Ricia. Thank you for introducing me to this.
Absolutely. I love you, girl. Thank you so
Love you
much.
too.
I'm
Okay.
seeing in the comments, you need to read in the chat. There's lots of love being sent your way.
Aw, thanks, guys.
We're going to get back to the presentation. Thank you. Thank you, Penny. That was just, wow. Puts a tear in my eyes each time with that girl. And you know, I believe that by next year we're at the convention together. She and I are going to be dancing. You betcha. Right, Penny? You're muted again, but I know what you're saying. All right, so now you're saying, okay, I've heard some amazing testimonials. I've seen what's happened with all those people. I've seen how it happened with Ricia. How do I get those drops? Well, number one, you could be a customer and you could buy retail. In Canada, your retail price is $232.50. In the United States, it's $176. But my first question to you, I know not everybody wants to save money. I know that. But why would you pay retail when you can get it for wholesale? In the United States, it's a one-time $29.95 cost to open your business. In Canada, it's a one-time $37.95. You get everything that you need, all the tools, including a replicated website, so your friend in Italy can go shopping on your site. You have a great back office to track all the money you make. We've got a great app that lends to all the different tools. And we've got all kinds of great training coming your way from some very, very experienced leaders. So you're in business by yourself, for yourself, but not by yourself. First, I want to share with you the disclaimer. Partner Co does not guarantee any level of income or success to any brand partner. Earnings from the Partner Co compensation plan depends on each brand partner's sales, business skills, ability, and personal application. Let's share with you how you can turn your drops into profits, because we heard tonight that Stephanie was introduced to this just by seeing a post. Somebody had posted on Facebook and she responded, and now her life has changed. And that's been the same way for so many of us. There are brand partners on this call with us tonight. When you become a brand partner and you pay your membership, you are going to be able to purchase your product 30% less than the suggested retail. We are in a product business, so every bottle, every drop, every can, every sample, everything has a point value. And we get paid commissions on those point values. And I'll further explain as we go forward. For instance, in the United States, you can buy a 4-pack. A 4-pack of drops is $371. And obviously, you're going to want to keep one box for yourself, and the other 3 you can sell. If you were to discount a little bit to give your friend a price break at $160, your profits would be $202 on that 4-pack, including your product coming in for free. A 10-pack gives you a far better unit cost, reduces it down to $88 for a single box. So your profits are well over $600, close to $650. In Canada, we love to buy our drops in a 3-pack for $349. If you were to sell at full retail, it would be $232 profit and a box free. And if you were to sell it at $197, offering your customer a 15% discount, you would still make profits of $162 and get your product for free. So when we teach people, would you like to get your product for free? This is exactly how we do it. We teach them our system of success. And we teach people to get to ultimate. Very often in this conversation, I'll be using the word ultimate because it's the top paid part of our program. We'd like to help you get to ultimate as soon as possible. And you could do that by simply promoting 30 boxes over 30 days. In Canada, your profits will be $2,100. In the US, it'll be $1,860 plus. So many people on my team, on Carol's team, on the teams that are on board with us today, on Ursula's team, have well surpassed promoting 30 boxes in 30 days. They've sold in 14 days, 15 days, because we have these drops are what everybody wants. If you remember the list, better energy, sleep better, lose weight, turn off the sugar. It's what we all want. And let's turn social media into profit, because right now, social media is the way to go. You do have an international market waiting for you. In my team, through social media posting, we now have Thailand open, Korea, United Kingdom, Mexico, Ireland, Canada, Australia. In a very short period of time, all those countries are on board. Stephanie mentioned the boards, and this is what the boards is. It's an app on your phone. It's an online filing system, a filing system up in the cloud. And our leaders have spent a lot of time uploading the data for you. So again, the testimonies that we spoke of, that we post on a regular basis on Facebook, social media week 1, there's going to be 14 posts in there because we post twice a day. We'll teach you how to schedule your posts so everything can be done in one sitting, 35 minutes, sit down, do your post, and off it goes for the whole week. And when inquiries come in, what are the drops? What are the ingredients? You just simply click on text strips for drops, and you're able to copy and paste. So my qualifying question to you today is, can you copy and paste? And if you can do that, you can make money with our company. It's simply plug and pay. You in the States have the option of getting the 10-pack, which is super sweet. And you also can get 20-pack and 30-pack. So we'll talk about that in a minute. Now, John and Darren wanted to have the best company, the best products, the best of the best. So that also meant the best compensation plan in the industry. They compiled every aspect of a compensation plan for the fast start bonuses, for the recurring income bonuses, for trips, everything that you can imagine possible. And we were voted the #1 out of thousands of companies having the most generous plan in the industry. First, we need to get you activated with your position, 200 points, so you're eligible to receive commissions, and that's quite an easy thing to do. In Canada, you can choose the 3-pack. It's 150 points. You're still going to need another 50, so I'm going to show you a sweet option to do that. In the United States, a 4-pack is 200 points, $371. But you've heard about Renew. The testimonials talk about the Renew. You just got to have the Renew. So in Canada, we encourage you to throw in a box of Renew with your 3-pack. You can also, there's so many different combinations of getting enough product to get to that ultimate level, so you can come in at the top pay. In the United States, you can do a 4-pack plus a Renew at 278 points. So you can get activated very, very quickly. In the United States, qualifies ultimate right out of the gate. And again, we can do that for you in Canada by putting together a great package for you. When you come in at 1,500 points, you're at top pay. And I'm going to explain that as I explain the new volume bonus in just a minute. The $2,300 30-pack reduces your unit cost to $77. If you were to sell it at $160, you're making a significant profit. And in a very short period of time, you can be replacing a serious job income. To maintain and stay qualified for your commissions, we ask that you sell or buy 100 points of products every 4 weeks. And that's easy enough to do because of our selection of products are so amazing. The 9 different ways include the retail profits. We've already discussed that you're going to make a minimum of 30%. New volume bonus is simply this. Mary comes along and says, you know what? I can post on Facebook. I know how to copy and paste. I'm going to come along and let's give her an example. She buys 2 10-packs in the United States. That equals 1,000 points. If you were activated at your 200-point starter level, you would earn 15% or $150. Every time you make more purchase to replace your inventory so you can have more product to sell, it would rise you up to the next level business at 20%, elite at 25%. But you want to be at ultimate because when Mary comes into the business and buys 1,000 points, you are making $450 on that ultimate promotion, or rather on that ultimate status. And once you get to ultimate, you always take that status. You never lose it. So again, you climb up the ladder very quickly to get to ultimate. That's where you want to go. And that's what we teach and train you right out of the gate. Your base commissions is to create a recurring income. Basically, it's 15% activity on your pay legs of your team as they promote and sell weekly. When your base commissions mount up to $250 in a week, yes, that's right, we are paid weekly, the company is going to put in a 15% savings bonus set aside for you in a savings account. When that savings bonus rises up to $10,000, you are going to receive the savings bonus check. I want to share this with you because at the recent convention, there was 10 people on stage since last year's convention that had accumulated their savings bonus of $10,000. And you can just imagine the base commissions of what had to be earned to be able to qualify for this check. So there's a lot of success with our company, including many who went on the trip to Tahiti. We can earn lifestyle credits simply by doing what everyone does to build a business. But in addition, you could watch the short little videos to learn about the product. There's lifestyle credits awarded there. Earn your base commissions, more lifestyle credits awarded. You climb the ranks from team leader to senior team leader to supervisor to senior, you name it. Every time you climb the ranks, you're going to get more lifestyle credits, and you simply cash them in for trips. This beautiful trip to Tahiti was a global trip last April. The regional trip was to the Bahamas in July. And if you've never gone on a trip sponsored by a generous network marketing company like Partner Co., you've never lived the king and queen life. We're talking about luxury, true five-star. The next trip coming up is Punta Cana. That will be the regional trip, and the global trip will be Bali. And that's coming up in 2025. So everyone's pretty excited about these upcoming trips. So again, we have the most rewarding, highest paying plan in the industry. When we were at the conference just recently, there was 2,000 of us at the conference, and over 800 people were recognized on stage. Think about that. 1/3 of the room, greater than 1/3 of the room, was recognized on stage. I was at a convention, and there was 8,000 people at that convention, and 200 people were recognized. Partner Co. is creating one success story after another. Speaking of which, I now want to introduce to you our guest speaker, Ursulua Ortiz. She's a vice president from Chipley. She's been with the company for a year and a half. She was an X-ray technician with the Air Force. She's a mom of 6 kids. And if you think you're too busy to do this, you need to talk to this lady. She's very successful with our company, and she's one of our most glamorous testimonial stories. We love flaunting her pictures on Facebook. Let's give it up for Ursulua Ortiz. Ursulua, are you with us?
I'm here. How are you?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Tell me your story. Who introduced this to you? How did you get started?
So, my daughter, I was taking her to pre-K4, and Stephanie would help take the kids out of the car when we were dropping them off. And I had seen her posting, and it kind of caught my eye. And like, we knew each other, but we didn't know each other. Like, it's just from dropping the kids off. And I went home and prayed about it because I don't sell things, and I'm not I don't talk very much. So and I prayed about it and thought about it, and I was just like, if God placed this in my life, who am I to say no? So I saw her again as I was dropping my child off at school, and she was like, just do it. And I was like, fine, I'll just do it.
Signing them up.
I know.
Let's do it.
She said, just do it. And I was like, fine. So I ended up joining the company before I even started taking the drops, and just started showing the testimonials and from people that I'd met on Zooms or that we'd met in person. And then when I started on the drops within the first week, I lost 7 to 8 pounds. So I was like, okay, this might work, because, I had been looking for something emotionally, physically, financially. I was not in a good place on anxiety, antidepressants, on pain meds, on sleep medication, you name it, I was on it. Being a homeschool mom of 6, my stress level was here, and then being on one income, that was another stress on top of the other. And it was just hard. It's really hard. Like, some days I didn't know if we were coming or going, or if we were going to have gas money, or we were going to have extra money for groceries. We were just taking it one day at a time. So I jumped on board.
Wow, that takes risk. It takes risk because you have a whole bunch of little people that depend on you too, do you not?
Yes, ma'am. And I worry about them every day because that's my why, and that's my why I will not give up. I will not stop sharing these amazing products because I know how much it has changed my life.
Wow, wow. And your children, how old are they from the youngest to the eldest?
I have 14, 13, 12, 10, 8, and 6.
Wow, wow. So these kids are involved in sports and different activities.
Oh my gosh, we are in travel baseball, travel softball. We are in school basketball, school football, cheer, dance, gymnastics, all of the things. So we're always going, we're always somewhere. We're never home on the weekend. So yeah, I live in the car.
Wow, wow. So I don't know how you manage it because it's busy. It's a
Yeah.
busy world that you live in, right?
Thank God mine are older.
Yes, ma'am, it is. But if I can do it, and listen, it's not, and that's the one thing that I worried about when I started was how am I going to add one more thing on top of everything else that I have to do, you know?
Sure.
But it's not that I added anything. I just worked it into what I'm already doing, you know, whether it be at the ball field, whether it be at the
But we had to
dance
learn
studio. Yeah,
Mhm.
whether it be, you know, we're just out and about getting stuff to take, food to take to the field, you know, just loading up. I mean, and people see me if we're wearing shirts or buttons, like, hey, what, tell me about this. I seen you posted this. Can you tell me about this? It's like, yes, you know. So it's just like doing it while you go. Just, I mean, it's not anything extra that you have to do.
So if someone didn't ask you, how would you reach out to them?
If they didn't ask me, but I've
Say
say,
in conversation.
yeah, I mean, I try to listen, even if they're like posting things, like, if they're getting ready for an event that's coming up, or talking about they're having sleep issues, or talking about they're having, like, you just got to look for little cues. I mean, even listening to them, like, oh my gosh, my body hurts. You know, I work out and this doesn't work. You know, you just have to sit back and listen, you know, because they tell you everything that they need already.
Yeah, yeah, that's so very true. Right,
It
right.
is. Yeah.
Okay, so were you working full time when you Stephanie first introduced the drops to you?
No, then I was
Homeschooling.
homeschooling. So it was before then where I was working full time as a nurse at night. But I was homeschooling the kids when I met Stephanie, and I knew that I was looking for something to help financially, you know, my husband's check paid, you know, took care of our bills, and that was it. You know, I had to figure out what to do with the rest, or I had to have mom and dad help because they have their own business. And I just I didn't feel good about having my parents help. I mean, we helped at their business, but I still didn't feel good, you know, with them helping financially like they did. And I just felt like, I don't know, it makes you feel
You'd have
like,
to owe them back. for
right,
life.
like I owe them, you know, and I
Yeah.
just don't like that being held over my head. So yeah.
Yeah. So you said that you didn't you don't like sales, but yet you're highly successful. So what happened there? Did you either get to loving sales, or tell me about that transition? How did that happen that you went from I hate sales to very successful vice president?
It just
So
blew on you.
you're not
Yeah.
really selling anything.
You're sharing.
I'm sharing like my journey, my testimony, my, like, and it hit me when I came to PXP, when people are coming up to me and like, thank you for sharing your story. You know, I was in this place, and just you sharing it and being open and vulnerable, you know, helped me get through what I was going through. Like, I just want to share because I never know how my story is going to impact someone else.
Mhm.
Because so I take all of that thought process off of myself, and I put it on, you know, I think about others and how I can help them, and, you know, help them feel better, help them have options, you know. So I don't see it as selling, as more sharing. And
But you've opened up a lot
Yeah.
to talk to people, to
Yeah.
approach people too.
Yeah, so I mean, but yes, I don't see it as selling. I really don't. I mean, because I
Changing
want
lives,
everybody
change.
else, I want everybody to be on these products because I know how good it makes me feel.
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Mhm.
So when you're nursing or as a X-ray technician, I imagine that was also in a hospital environment or clinic environment, something like that. Have
Yes.
you ever seen this kind of community like you see in Partner Co? Everyone helping
N-
each other?
No, ma'am. And I have, from military to nursing to, I mean, other network marketing companies. I've never seen a community like I've seen here at Partner Co. The way that we work together, the way that the owners are so personable and down to earth and humble and just servant leaders. Someone is always there. Like, you're never alone. And like, if you have questions, I mean, it's like you get to know everybody and you become this one big happy family, which we have, and I love it.
So many that's not even part of ours, you
No,
know?
but we talk to them on a daily basis, you know, and encourage each other and, you know, get each other through things if they're struggling. I mean, we just talk. We talk every day. Like, we're family.
How many group texts do
Wonderful.
we have?
10.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And what are some of the dreams for your family that you've got on the wish list now?
Oh my gosh. Let me
Vision
see.
board.
My vision board.
That's me.
I've never taken my kids on vacation. So I would really love to one day take them to Disney and Universal. Me and my husband have never taken a anniversary trip since we've been married almost 18 years. So I would really love for us to be able to do that and build a house. Like, we have our own house, but I want to build my own house, you know, from ground up. So, and be able to financially take care of my kids as they get older and going through college and not have to worry about all the things that come along with that, like cars and insurance and all of the things, because
Right.
they're all back to back.
And how do you see Partner Co fitting into that manifestation board for you?
Oh my
Yeah,
gosh.
every day.
That is going to be the main vehicle to get me to those dreams. Because the products work.
Mhm.
The products work. And then,
People are coming back.
yes,
after-
and then the people that they have in place, these leaders that speak life into you to help you see that vision. Like, where I am now, I did not see myself a year and a half ago, but someone else saw it in me, you know, and they help bring that out. And I'm like, well, what do they see in me that they want to keep working, you know, trying to get me to do this and do that? And I'm like, what do they see? I'm like, but it took them believing in me and praying with me and working with me and showing me that dreams do come true. And yes, I am worth it, you know, and God wants us all to be successful in everything that we do. So, and just being around the community has helped me really realize that.
Wow, what a great story. Thank you so much for sharing your life with us, and congratulations on all your success. Your figure now, from what I understand from being on the drops, is younger looking and more thinner than when you had your first child.
Yes,
Like
yes.
size 6. You put on
I
the size
finally
6.
got into a size 6. I was a size 14.
Wow, and you're size 6
Yes.
now?
I'm a size 6 now. Yes, yes. And I was like,
Fabulous.
I can't even believe it. So,
Yeah.
and it makes me
Oh,
feel so good. It makes me feel,
wow.
yes.
Congratulations to both of you.
Thank you.
Obviously, your sisters working together on this. This is
Oh,
really
we are.
cool to see you on the
Yes.
call together. Thank you both so very much. We've got one slide to go to wrap it up. Thank you again. It was such a
Thank you
pleasure
for
to
having
spend
us.
time with both of you ladies tonight.
All right. Thank you.
Wow, what an amazing story. And you know, it can happen so fast. For Ursula, it happened in a year and a half. With myself, it happened in less than 3 months. My life was significantly changing, and I think it can happen with you too. I've never seen a company like this with such a great compensation plan, such support, and amazing products that you feel. I'm going to say this in closing. I've been with other companies and I somewhat felt the product. Some of them I didn't feel at all. And I thought, why am I spending my $200 if I'm still getting the big bad cold and that nasty flu? But this is a series of products that I feel younger, I feel greater energy, I sleep amazing. I used to sleep 8 hours and now I get up after 6 and I go, okay, you're done sleeping. There's just so many great things about these products. I had a little tickle in my throat. I just drank extra noni, drank extra moa, the tickle was gone. So these products work. They really work and they change people's lives. So as we went through tonight's presentation, there may have been some people that came to mind, whether they be your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your husband, your cousin, your neighbor, your dentist. Think of them and how many circles do you think they would tick? And how can we reach out and help them? That's what this is all about, because we do have something that will positively change people's lives and empower them to a serious path of health and wealth as well. I want to thank you for being with us tonight. If it weren't for you in the audience, we'd look awful silly, the 3 or 4 of us talking to each other. Carol, again, thank you very much for opening up the room for us and closing out the room. So I want to say thank you, everybody, very much, and wish you all a good night. If there's any guests that are in the room that you want to stay on and get some questions answered, I'll be glad to stay in the room and be able to answer your questions. Penny, thank you so very much. Stephanie, Ursula, thank you very much for your testimonials tonight.